Hello, welcome to Lemon Studios, where we talk anything and everything entertainment. I'm, of course, Lemon himself, Zeke Lemon, and this is my review for Wicked Part 1. But before we get into that, let's get the house clean out of the way, shall we? I'm to leave a like, comment below, let me know your thoughts on Wicked, and of course, hit that subscribe button as it helps me grow into my YouTube career. I will greatly appreciate it. And also, if you are looking for someone who is willing to compare the Broadway show to the movie, I'm not that guy. I've never seen it. I always wanted to. I just never had the opportunity to see the Wicked Broadway show. I am probably going to make more of an effort to see it now, especially after seeing this movie, if that's any indication of how this review is going to go. So I hope you stick around, but if not, I completely get it. But let's get into this, shall we? So yeah, Wicked. Again, was really looking forward to this movie. I think the marketing has been pretty spectacular, a little bit of a slow burn with it. I'm glad they actually started to promote it as a musical because I was a little worried. But yeah, it stars Cynthia Arevalo. I definitely butchered your last name. I do apologize. And Ariana Grande as Glinda and Alphaba, along with a bunch of other people. Michelle Yeoh is in this. Jeff Goldblum is the wizard. And just a plethora more of very famous talent in this movie. And the main driving force of this is Cynthia and Ariana Grande's chemistry as the main duo in this movie. That's like kind of like an odd couple, kind of like those buddy cop types things. One straight, one, is a little over the top. And Ariana Grande truly steals the show in this movie. I know building up to this, a lot of people did not like her casting. And I just really didn't see why. I was like, I knew she was going to really nail it out of the park because I remember her from her Victorious days. She was really good in that show. And also in some of these other projects that she did. I mean, Don't Look Up, she was also great in that. When Ariana Grande wants to bring it, she is one of the best talents. I don't care if it's singing, I don't care if it's dancing, I don't care if it's acting. She is truly one of the best. And again, to me, she steals the show in this. I mean, most of my laughs, and I mean, I genuinely laugh. Like sometimes in a movie I can go, but no, I legit was laughing out loud due to Glinda's portrayal here in this movie. Again, I have not seen the original Broadway show, but if it is just as over the top, if not even more, I can imagine with it being on the stage. Man, I am really, really excited to see this Broadway show on the stage because again, Ariana Grande just snatches it up. A lot of these lines that she's just able to deliver so authentically and so genuine and again, I'm like laughing with the character as opposed to at the character. Although sometimes I am laughing at the character too, because it's just like, how can one person think this way? And Cynthia as Alphaba reacting to that is very, very good. Again, the way they bounce off of each other is very, very well. And their voices are beautiful harmonies. And within the songs that they have together are truly stand out. And those are the songs because, look, like I said, and this is the last time I'll say it, never seen the Broadway show, but there's no way that you can avoid it, right? Like, I have definitely heard Defying Gravity. I have definitely heard Popular. And I just learned as I was watching the movie that I definitely have heard the hook or the chorus to, I think is, What Is This Feeling is the song where like they're each writing letters to their parents on how their roommate is. And I was like, I definitely heard this melody before. So yeah, it's definitely one of those things, if you love entertainment like myself, that you just can't escape it in any way, shape, or form. You know of Wicked in some way, shape, or form. And when those two are on screen together and collaborating in any form, the movie, pun intended, very much sings. It's everything besides that I'm just not as engaged to, or again, with one of the main criticisms that I have of this movie is that a lot of things just ain't complete because this is only part one. This is only act one. And I think if you are going in, because they're just marketing this as Wicked. When you go into the movie, they do make it clear, hey, this is only part one. But as the movie was being marketed, it was Wicked. So, and I knew that I was only getting part one because, I read dirt sheets and all that. But if you are someone, you're seeing that and you're fully expecting to get the whole entire Wicked, like I said in my immediate reaction, I think you're going to be wickedly disappointed because there are a lot of things that are left on the cutting room table, like Glinda's arc, like a character dynamic between Alphaba and Glinda's boyfriend that it seems very interesting, but I would imagine gets more screen time in the sequel. There's also something going on with Alphaba's sister and with her dynamics within her characters. And there was a lot of things, because there are a lot of songs in this, which I did not mind at all because every song was an absolute banger, is that some of the character dynamics, I just feel like, man, I kind of, this seems like they want to make this in a big deal, but like they're kind of like just touching on it. And there's just not as much interest within that, especially when it comes to Alphaba's sister. Because again, I can only guess. I would assume this is the girl who gets the red shoes in the Wizard of Oz that Dorothy's house lands on. Again, I don't know that, but I would assume so, because it really does seem like they are heavily hinting at that. Cinematography is absolutely amazing within this film as well. It really pops, the colors. It actually really does feel like the Land of Oz that we see in the 1930s in the original quite a bit. And John Chu, who really just has a real act for directing these musicals. He did great within the Heights. He just knows when it comes to the song, okay, how can we make this stand out? How can we make this stand out where none of the songs really feel dull? There are definitely some songs and some choreographies that I do really much prefer. I think I am in the majority here, where I think it's in this feeling popular. I really did enjoy quite a bit. And of course, Defying Gravity, where the marketing really ride and died on that song. And boy, when we get to it, does it live to the hype. I mean, big roars and cheers as I was in the theater, as I got for every song too. Like I said, I was in the theater with a bunch of diehards, and I mean, after every performance, there was this big applause. It was a borderline concert. It was almost like seeing the Eras tour again. But yes, the only complaints that I have is that, again, it just doesn't feel complete. And again, if you know that going in, I feel like you can still enjoy the ride. I mean, honestly, this movie had no business being as good as it was. And it's still very much a beginning, middle, and end. It is the rise and the fall of Alphaba, because that is Act 1. But again, there are still a bunch of character dynamics that just don't feel complete. And as opposed to, because it is a good stinger, like I was like, I need Act 2. I need Act 2 right now. And I don't have a 15-minute intermission. I have a 1-year intermission before I can finally see that, or, if I get to see the Broadway show, which again, I really do hope I do, because I am really yearning to see what is happening next within it. Also, this movie is about 2 hours and 45 minutes long, and I'm gonna say what I said for like my Batman review, that was another 3-hour flick. You do very much feel the runtime. You do feel that you are in there for 3 hours. But you don't really feel it until we're about to wrap this up, because you're just like, man, okay. Because I was pretty much lost in the world. I was really into it. The colors popping. I was bobbing my head. I was laughing out loud. I was feeling the emotions, all the conflict, all that stuff. But as we were getting closer to the end, I was just like, whew, I'm a little winded. I am starting to feel it a little bit. But at that point, it is about to be wrapped up. And also, I really don't know what I would cut, because there are a lot of things I'm like, yeah, that was probably stretched a little thin, but we do need that because this helps with this later on. And also, again, with it being only a part 1, I'm like, well, we probably could have cut that because that doesn't really lead to anything, but it probably leads to something in the sequel. And there are also some things I'm just like, yeah, that part wasn't really needed, but it was really, really funny, so I would keep it in. So it's just one of those things where, like, yeah, I feel the runtime, but I wouldn't necessarily have cut anything. And again, overall, I just had an absolutely spectacular time while watching this movie. A wickedly good time, if I do say so. And if I had to rank this on the lemon scale, where to go: sour lemon, expired store-bought lemonade, lemonade in the middle, freshly squeezed lemonade, and strawberry lemonade at the very top, because that's the best kind of lemonade. This is a freshly squeezed lemonade, and the only reason it's not strawberry is because I just haven't been able to see the full picture yet. Now, next year I see Act 2. This could easily bump up to a strawberry lemonade now that I see, the whole thing in its conclusion. I'm probably merging them into one. And I'm hoping when the sequel does come out, that it could be like a box set where we have like the whole movie into one disc, or on one streaming service, was like, it's like a 6-hour runtime, because I think I could do it. Like, I really do. I was just having an absolute ball. All the songs are absolutely great. Performances are amazing. Direction is spectacular. Cinematography, production design, everything from top to bottom is magnificent. Again, just going to keep harping on it. I just don't feel complete. And I do think that is a fair criticism to have. But again, overall, if you know that going in, I think you can still very much enjoy the ride. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about it down in the comment section. If you made it this far, please leave a like. I would greatly appreciate that. And again, hit that subscribe button as we have more content heading your way very shortly. And until next time, guys, I'll see you here at Lemon Studios.